Hello everybody. Thank you for having us today. I am Nana Luz, and I am the co-founder of SoftType. We are a long-time NetSuite solution partner from 2004 onwards. And sometime around, I would say, close to 9 or 10 years ago, we identified an opportunity that was not being met by NetSuite. And so we decided to take care of it by essentially starting to build out a solution for schools. So today we're going to talk about the one product that we built entirely on top of NetSuite called edERP K12. It's for a basic ed school or a K-12 school. And this handles all aspects of financials, which is what an ERP does, as well as all the pieces associated with running a school. Okay, over to the next page. Okay, so today's presentation will be a high-level view of what this education software is. It's I guess you will have heard about it maybe as a school management system. This is generally what edERP would be described as. Let us go to the next slide, please. Okay, so what are the general challenges of the education space? So typically, schools invest in different systems to run different aspects of the school business. So they have software to handle accounting and financials. Sometimes it has budgeting associated with it, sometimes not. But then they also need to have something to handle admissions to the school so that they can essentially take admissions either certain times of the year or take them as a rolling admissions any time of the year. At the same time, they want to have some aspect of enrolling students. In order to enroll students, they have to plan out the classes, the teachers, the classrooms, and all of that. And generally speaking, because schools are using multiple systems, sometimes for the library, sometimes for the buses, and so many different things, there is a challenge of pulling all together all the information. So, so what we essentially did is we built a piece of solution in NetSuite, where all of these things are together in one place, so that if you do any action in one aspect, it will feed it into all the other aspects that are needed, and you have one complete version of the truth. So later on, somebody will demonstrate for you what this is, but our motive was really to have a unified platform for all these school activities. Over to the next slide. Okay, so so this is the school edERP solution. This is the architecture. Okay, so these are the modules that are there. There are 6 main groupings that are there. The ones at the bottom right, for example, and the top right are classically found in a school ERP. This is procurement and financials and budgeting. So we have made it specific to schools, and this will be explained a little later. We have the admissions and enrollment process that typically in a K-12 school, parents interact with the school on for their children. We have different, I would say, student center, parent center, faculty center to handle the interactions between the school and the families to go to that school. And at the upper left, we have school planning and scheduling, which is the solution to help schedule classes, teachers, classrooms on a per grade basis, and then assign students to it. Okay, over to the next slide. Okay, so this is built entirely in NetSuite. It is a built for Oracle NetSuite native suite app. So in other words, once you subscribe to NetSuite and we introduce the native built for NetSuite app in it, they will work seamlessly together. And that will be it. We are responsible for upgrading this on a schedule the same as NetSuite does, which is twice a year. NetSuite is software as a service, so it is a subscription software. You do not buy the solution, therefore you do not ever have a outdated solution. It always is fresh and ready to be used, and every 6 months we upgrade it with a few more good features that schools around the world want to use. We chose Oracle NetSuite because we felt that this was the most stable platform for putting this type of software in to remove any headaches from schools in terms of how, is this now out of date? How can I bring it up to date? And what's going to happen if the person in my school leaves? Is it possible for somebody else to take over easily? And all of that sort of thing. So we have eliminated some of these problems by essentially building this on a very, very stable platform. We have over 100 schools now in many, many countries that are using this. The latest go live we had was in Kenya and South Africa. That is something called the Nova Schools. That was the latest go live that we had with that. And a little later on, we are going to introduce you to one of our clients in the Philippines who are using this for their K-12 school units, as well as another edERP for their university.